नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, 12वी सायन्स फिजिक्सच्या चॅप्टर 4 थर्मोडायनेमिक्सला आज आपण सुरुवात करतो. क्वेश्चन 1 बघा. स्टेट 0th लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स. So 0th law of thermodynamics. If two systems are each in thermal equilibrium with a third system, they are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. This is 0th law of thermodynamics. Question 2 बघा. Define A. Internal energy, B. Thermodynamic system, C. Open system, D. A closed system, and E. Isolated system. आपण वन बाय वन बघूया. A. Internal energy. The energy associated with the random disordered motion of the molecules of a system. Next, B. Thermodynamic system. A thermodynamic system is a collection or a group of objects that can be formed a unit which may have ability to exchange energy with its surroundings. So consider this system, boundary of this system, and surrounding of this system, which we call environment. Next, C. Open system. An open system is a system that freely allows exchange of energy and matter with its environment. For example, बघा, water boiling in a kettle is the open system. Next, that is D. A closed system. A closed system is a system that does not allow the exchange of matter but allows energy to be transferred. For example, water boiling in a boiler is a closed system. E. Isolated system. An isolated system is completely sealed. Matter as well as heat cannot be exchanged with its environment. For example, a thermoflask is an isolated system. Question 3 बघा. State first law of thermodynamics. Give its mathematical statement. So, first law of thermodynamics. The change in internal energy of a system is the difference between the heat supplied to the system and the work done by the system on its surroundings. So, mathematical statement of the first law of thermodynamics. Delta U is equal to difference between heat supplied of the system and work done by the system. Mathematical statement असं सांगतो बघा. Delta U, that means change in internal energy, is difference between heat supplied and work done by the system on its surrounding, where delta U is change in internal energy, Q is heat supplied to the system, and W is equal to work done by the system on its surroundings. Question 4. What are the intensive and extensive variables? Intensive variables. The variables which do not depend on the size of the system are intensive variables. For example, pressure P, temperature T, and the density rho are intensive variables. Now, extensive variables. The variables which depends upon the size of the system are extensive variables. For example, total mass, capital M, and the internal energy U, etc. are the external variables. Question 5. What is thermodynamic equilibrium? A system is in thermodynamic equilibrium if the following three conditions of equilibrium are satisfied simultaneously. These are: number 1, mechanical equilibrium; second, chemical equilibrium; third, thermal equilibrium. Question 6 बघा. What do you know about isothermal process? A process in which change in pressure and volume takes place at a constant temperature is called an isothermal process or isothermal change. For such a system, delta T is equal to 0. Isothermal process is a constant temperature process. For example, melting of ice which takes place at constant temperature, this is isothermal process. Next question बघा. Question number 7. What do you know about isobaric process? Isobaric process. A process with constant pressure, that is delta P is equal to 0. Temperature of the system changes, that is delta T not equal to 0. Also, in isobaric process, Q is equal to delta U plus W, that is energy exchange is used to do work and also to change internal energy, that is to increase its temperature. W is equal to P delta V. Volume changes when work is done. Question number 8 बघा. What do you know about isochoric process? Isochoric process. It is a constant volume process, that is delta V is equal to 0. W is equal to 0, that is no work is done because volume remains constant. Delta V is equal to 0. Also, Q is equal to delta U. Energy exchanged is used to change internal energy and delta T is not equal to 0. That is temperature of the system changes. Question number 9 बघा. What do you know about adiabatic process? In adiabatic process, during which there is no transfer of heat from or to the system, that is Q is equal to 0. Next question बघा. What is cyclic process? Cyclic process, a thermodynamic process that returns a system to its initial state in a cyclic process. In this process, initial and final state is the same. The total change in the internal energy of a system is 0. That is delta U is equal to 0. Now, PV diagram of cyclic process. Here, volume is denoted along x-axis, V initial, V final. Pressure is denoted along y-axis, P initial and P final, that is initial pressure, final pressure, and system is seen in this way, A to B, from this or from this. Here system again returns to the initial state. धन्यवाद.